Hi guys, sorry it's been so long. My son's computer, I went to reformat it and something went wrong, and so he's been using my computer here for his roller coaster game, and that's usually when I do these vlogs, when I have him down there and he's good and happy. So anyways, it's a hot one, so between all the laundry and everything else, I'm just doing a quick vlog. Um, yeah, I've just been kind of reflecting on the progress my son has made over the year. I can't believe it's been almost a full year of homeschool because, of course, we go all the way through the summer. I mean, it's not harsh because, he's only through the summer, it's only about a half an hour, 45 minutes, sometimes longer a day just because he'll get distracted with things. But if he did his work just quickly or, regular pace and not get distracted, it would be half an hour, 40 minutes or something. So, anyways, um, yeah, like while we were away, and also the other day, he did something for the first time he's never done, and that is usually when you ask him if he wants something, like you say, "Do you want some juice?" and he'll go, "Want some juice?" And he'll be like, "Want some juice?" as if to let you know, yes, I want some juice. And sometimes he'll say, "No, no." He'll say no a lot, even if he means yes. He'll just, So, but saying yes when you ask him if he wants something, and he wants something, he's usually not something. It's something he's never done until a few weeks ago when we were at my parents, and I said, "Do you want some juice?" And he, without hesitation, he says yes. And then the other night, same thing happened. I said, "Do you want some juice?" "Yes." "Okay." So I was like, I know that sounds like such a small thing to some people, but a lot of you know that's a big thing that have children like mine. And so that was exciting. And he's come so far, like understanding language, speaking language, relating with kids and adults. We were at the beach the other day, and he went up to this woman because she had a little girl, and Josiah wanted to play with them, her and her sister. And so, Josiah said something to her, and the woman said, "Oh, he told me he's going for a swim." And it's like she didn't even realize he has autism, even though he's very simplistic in his sentences, but she knew right away. I mean, he's very clear when he speaks. So, that encouraged me that, he's come so far, and it's exciting for me. And I know that you all, when something small happens, it's huge to us. Like it's always something. It's important. So anyway, so that's great, and he's been enjoying his summer. Although the last couple weeks, well, I had bad cold. Bad for me. I had 4 days. I was very tired, and that's unusual. I usually have a cold from start to finish 3 days, and only one day of fatigue the first day. So that kind of stank, and it was so hot and humid. Like I'd close all the windows and the blinds just to keep from roasting in here because we don't have air conditioning. I suppose if we lived in somewhere like Texas, we would. But anyway, so we haven't been out a lot, but sometimes in the evenings we'll go out, and we went to the beach Saturday, as I spoken about, and so he's been enjoying his summer. But also another thing I want to touch on is how, as parents with children with special needs, oftentimes what we do may be different than what a parent with, a so-called normal child would do. Example, like it doesn't make us wrong either. We choose our battles. I mean, any parent does that, but we really do choose what is priority and what isn't. And like, for instance, there's a Facebook group that I belong to. It's local mothers just kind of asking questions and stuff like that, and selling things and whatever. So a woman had mentioned having a fussy 3-year-old either, not an autistic child, just your everyday kid. They usually go through that fussiness, and there were several mothers that had a response on how to help her. And out of all those mothers, I was the only one who had a totally opposite way of dealing with things. Every other mother was like forcing their child to eat whatever, and I have a different route, and I just can't force my son. And a lot of you understand that, but he is expanding his taste because of how we've dealt with him, I believe. So anyway, so does that make them wrong and me right, or me wrong and them right? No. It just goes to show that you deal with things differently. You have to basically roll with the punches when your child is a little bit different from the norm, so-called norm. So, people may judge you. I mean, maybe those mothers weren't. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But you know what's best for your child and what works best for them. And in the meantime, as far as that goes, thank God for multivitamins, right? So anyways, I hope everyone is staying cool if they're in a climate like I am, and some of you are in a much hotter climate, I'm sure, like in the States, some of those places, but most of you who live in those places have air conditioning, and I would too if I lived in like this 100% humidity, like, oh my goodness. Anyway, I don't think I could bear that because this is bad enough for me. And so yeah, and pretty soon we'll be getting his new stroller. Something happened with the money order. Long story anyway. I'll share that later. So have a good week. Stay cool.